Hey, what is up, Wolfpack? It's me, Kyle here, and today we have a brand new update for you guys about SM2, directly from the devs on their dev blog. So, we have some new stuff to share with you guys, new updates, new weapons, and a whole bunch of stuff, so let's hop right into it. So first up, they mentioned they've been busy, hard at work, working on the game. They've actually increased their team size as well, and they've been hard at work, and they've been busy just working on it, and that's why they haven't shown off anything lately. They don't want to show off anything broken or not ready yet, so that's why. But now they have some stuff to show us, so let's hop into it. So first up, they mentioned party modes and wager modes. Of course, SM2's has a credit system, kind of like Black Ops 1's credits, where you have to earn in-game to unlock stuff and buy stuff in the game. And you're actually going to be able to gamble them in wager matches, and here's a list of some of the party modes that are going to be available in their wager matches. There's going to be All or Nothing, Gun Game, One in the Chamber, Sharpshooter, Sticks and Stones, One Shot, One Kill, Knives Only, Infected, and Michael Myers. Now it's going to be one playlist to play all these party modes in a wager match, and it's just going to randomize map and mode, and you guys can vote on it and whatnot. However, they will be available in private matches as well if you want to try them out with your friends. They also mentioned they are still working on showing off more actual gameplay of stuff like Infected coming soon, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Next up, they have weapon updates and camos. They're still hard at work trying to make sure all the weapons are able to be inspected in SM2, so that's pretty cool, and they show off some of the new weapon inspects they've actually added, such as on the grenade launcher and the FMG9s. Now also, they've actually changed some of the weapons and added new ones, so let's take a look at some changes they've actually made. For one reason or another, if you guys want to get to the details, you can read it for yourself, but they've replaced the Ghosts Vector with the Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered Vector. They've replaced the Black Ops 3 M16 with the Modern Warfare Remastered M16, which I actually really like that change. MWR has a great M16. The Black Ops 3 Sten is being replaced with the Infinite Warfare Trencher. The Black Ops 3 Dingo is being replaced with the COD World War II Stinger, which is like the Browning. The Black Ops 3 Man of War has been replaced by the COD World War II AS-44. And for weapon additions, they've actually added the COD World at War PTRS-41, which is awesome. That's a great sniper from World at War. And they've also added the Infinite Warfare Oni, which is like a fully automatic energy pistol. So that's going to be cool to see. They also mentioned they're still working on the implementation of weapon camos on this engine. So you can see some of the images here, and they're still hard at work trying to make them all work, and especially for gold, chrome, and animated camos. That's interesting. I didn't actually know they were going to have animated camos in this game, but I guess there's confirmation right there. Next up, we have grenades and equipment. So they've actually changed the heartbeat sensor from your normal MW2 kind of attachment to being a tactical equipment, just like Warzone or Modern Warfare 2019, where you actually have to pull out the heartbeat sensor as a tactical grenade and to look at it. So that's a cool change, and I think that balances it out and adds to the tactical list as well. Also, a really neat thing is they've reworked the effects of the flash grenades and the stun grenades. So now, whenever you throw a stun grenade or someone throws a stun grenade at you, if you actually look away from the grenade, it's going to not affect you or affect you less than it normally would. Kind of like if you're playing Rainbow Six Siege, I'm sure if you guys have seen that, where you can look away from the stun grenade and not get stunned. So that's going to be pretty cool, and honestly a welcome change I would like to see in mainline Call of Duty games as well. Next up, they're also adding the trophy system. They try to make it as balanced as possible though, so it does protect you from everything from throwing knives to launchers to even the Predator missile and stun grenades and stuff like that. However, the radius is going to be kind of small. You do have to stay near the trophy system for it to actually do its job well. And lastly, for the tacticals, they have actually added the stim shot. They've tried to balance it out, of course, so it's not too OP or anything like that, so all the other equipment is still viable and competes well with the stim shot. So what the stim shot's going to do in this game is give you an instant and fast health regeneration in a pinch, as well as a very brief speed boost, but it only lasts until the stim shot animation is completed. It's kind of a very quick thing and doesn't last very long, so I think it could be balanced out pretty well. Next up, they have user interface and HUD updates. They're constantly tuning and changing up stuff on the HUD and user interface stuff, but here's some stuff they've officially changed that they can share with us. They've updated the game rules menu for custom games, for example. This can range from basic gameplay settings such as time limits, respawn delays, to movement speed, gravity, and more. So that's really cool to have all those settings for custom games. It's very reminiscent of Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 had fantastic custom games, if you guys ever played it, where we can actually adjust stuff like that, like movement speed and cool stuff like that. It's very unique. Another small change, they just updated the score bar, so it looks a little bit different now, as you can see. They've also actually updated the music tracks menu, so it's a slight change where they've actually added an image next to each music track, so you can see the game that it's from, and they've actually added some more music tracks in, which cranks up the total amount of music tracks in SM2 to 47, so that is pretty cool. Lastly, in this area, they've actually added a performance overlay that you can enable if you want to. The feature's still early on, but it'll allow you to see performance of your game and your PC in the top left, so that's pretty cool. Okay, last up, and probably the most exciting, is we have Killstreaks. They mentioned, of course, they're still working on achieving the assault and support and specialist system that they're going for, which if you guys don't know is from MW3, where they have assault streaks, support streaks, and special streaks. So they're going to have all three. It's going to be pretty cool. But regardless, they've actually mentioned some stuff they've added and changed. So first up, they've added the War Machine kill streak. It's going to be an assault streak, of course, and they wanted to balance it out, so they made it so the blast radius is kind of small in the War Machine, but I still hope it's pretty well. You're just going to have to be accurate with the War Machine, but besides that, it's going to be pretty good nonetheless. Next up, they've actually changed up the AC-130 and the Predator missiles to have new and improved interfaces, still staying true to the original, but just updated. It looks a little cleaner, a lot better, and tuning up and adding some new sounds to them. They're still going to play exactly as they did in the original MW2, it's just going to look a bit more clean and sound a bit better. So that's pretty cool. And finally, and probably the coolest thing, is they're working on a drivable gunship. They mentioned it's still very early and in a prototype phase, but a drivable helicopter in the likes of the original Black Ops 1's gunship is in the works. They do say that sadly, with the Black Ops 1 and the MW2 engines being relatively different in terms of vehicle support, all of the piloting scripting has been made from the ground up for SM2, and it's still very basic and in a primitive state. They're not sure it's going to stay like this though, and in what state it's going to be, but they're still exploring different options for killstreaks in general, and they thought they'd share this update nonetheless. But that's pretty cool, and I can't wait to see really cool streaks and stuff like that. Like pilotable helicopter on the MW2 engine sounds insane. Can't wait to actually see that in game. Anyways guys, that's going to be it for this dev blog update for SM2. I do hope the game is coming out later this year, but there's no confirmation or anything like that, but it is looking pretty good, so hopefully it can release before the end of this year. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways guys, let me know what you guys think of all these changes and updates in the comments down below. If you want to check out this post for yourself, I will link it down in the description down below as well. And if you guys are excited for SM2 as much as I am, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more updates like this one, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.